at the end of the day, you have to sit down. You have to flush some things out with the Lord. And I think when when I felt that, like, okay, I think I'm ready to be married. I feel like I proclaim to the Lord, like, I'm ready to be married. I felt like the Lord was like, okay, I got it. I got it. But now it's like you and I, like, now we are going to walk some things out and work some things out. And not that I was like this perfect person at the end of walking out that season of singleness and being in waiting for my spouse. Not that I was like the perfect spouse, right? But I also, in my heart and mind, was prepared to be received by my husband, by my to be husband. I think I was in a place in my heart. My mind was clear. I didn't have to, well, let me tie up some loose ends here and cut this person off and do this and that, or let me clean some stuff up because, the Lord's bringing my husband around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like we have this
Too much baggage.
too much baggage just on the surface level. And it's like, well, you sitting here praying for the Lord's best. The Lord not about to like give you his best for you to just tarnish it or like trash it. Now, if if that then happens eventually, that's not on the Lord for sure. But you're sitting here praying for his best, and he wants to give those things to you. Like he wants to bless you with the gift of having a spouse if that is what is written in his will for you in your life.
And if you're in a place to receive that,
And if
by
you're in a
having had done the work.
exactly. And so I think during my season in waiting, like we had mentioned the last episode or maybe 2 episodes back, I had mentioned a couple who actually encouraged me to even want to be married and actually look for the Lord's best and
Yeah.
pray for the Lord's best. And so from there, I kind of nosedived into like head first into, well, what is a godly marriage? Are there godly people out here who are like putting their marriage on display? It's funny you're mentioning Be More. There was actually a couple who was online sharing, and they're in Maryland. That's why I said, you mentioned Be More. They were in Maryland, and I was like, man, maybe one day I'll get to meet them. But I spent my free time consuming the materials that they had to put out there. Some of the things that they actually shared that they actually did in their marriage, I do in my marriage. Like the wife really was encouraging to me at that time because she was like, yeah, praying with your spouse and anointing them with oil while he's sleeping. And remember to pray for your husband. And I'm just like, okay, noted. Okay, noted. Because honestly, like I did not see a godly marriage in my upbringing. I mean, I think the Lord's intention is for us to have that within our homes from
Model
our
before
own
us, yeah.
model before us within our homes. I had spoke about this in like first season of our podcast of like the process of enculturation where the behavior, the mindset is so ingrained in our culture that you learn it through living, you learn it through
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
and you learn it through witnessing it because people around you, your elders, your neighbor, they are all doing that.